Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and today we're going to use some of those bookends, book pages, not bookends, but book pages that are in the beginning and the end of a book, that one side's blank and one side has a little bit of writing on it. We're going to use some of these today to make some things to go in our journal. So, I haven't made one. I have no idea how they're going to turn out. Now this is a pretty easy one because it only has this little bit right here. I love that writing. So what we're going to do is, and I'm just going to kind of look at this and see what kind of room I have to play with. I'm going to fold that up right there. Now some of these you may have some cracking going on if they're really, really old and vintage. But if you do, you can just reinforce it by putting the putting washi tape on it or some fabric or something like that. Now on this end, I'm going to fold a little piece over right there. And then let's see if we've got what I'm looking for here. Like I said, I've not made one, so you're seeing it as it happens. That's pretty good. I'd like to have this a little bit smaller, so I'm just going to make my fold a little bit bigger here. Seeing this as it happens. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, mine is not cracking, so I'm not going to worry about reinforcing it. I think it'll be fine. And I'm going to put down this little yucky piece of, and I say yucky, only it's not glue on there. It's just where I've used it for about 20 years. I'm going to put that down so that I won't get glue on my other mat. And someone got confused yesterday, and I tried to straighten it out on the comment that she made, but I was talking about using my little powder tool. And she thought I meant you had to put powder tool on that ruler. No, 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 no. This mat, let me explain. This mat right here is really sticky because it sticks to your desk. So every so often I get, glue on it and things, and I'll wipe it off and clean it. And then when I clean it, this side is pretty tacky. So in order to make everything slide well, I just go over my mat with my little powder tool. And like I said, I bought this one, but you can just do a little baby powder and a little sack or a little piece of material and make one. So I go over this just so that it'll be slicker and everything don't stick to it. You know what I mean? Hopefully that makes sense. Now I'm not going to cut off these little jagged edges because I kind of like that. So we're going to leave that about like that. And let me show you what we're going to do with it. Or with them, because I'm going to make quite a few of them. I've got quite a few pieces of book page over here. And I've almost, well, this journal is complete. All I've got to do is put a little bit of lace on the front. So I'm going to put them down. Let's see which way we'll go with this. Probably this way. Maybe. Let's see. I'm trying to think, so give me a minute, I have to think. No, we're going to put them down that way. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to glue just down through here, across here, and here. Just this one fold. It'll be a long pocket there, and then this will flip out. And I folded it inside out. This should be on the outside. This will flip out so that you'll have writing space, journaling space. And then you have journaling space here. So let me fold that the other way. You should fold your writing on the inside. So I can't remember who purchased that journal, but I'll be sending you an invoice tomorrow. I know you asked about it earlier, and I hadn't had time to get back with you. Okay, now I've got my little fold on the outside, which I didn't want, but we can remedy that too. I'm going to cover it with some paper. So not a problem. And the only reason I folded this is to make this a little bit stronger, because this is going to be a little pocket that we're going to use that'll have a clip on it. I'll show you all of it. Just keep watching. There's no use in me trying to tell you all of this. Just keep watching. Alright, so let's see. Let's grab some paper. I think we'll use a piece of my new collection. Now, while I got this out, let me tell you guys something. I apologize. Deeply apologize. When I put these up yesterday, I thought I had put the right one up, the right PDF up, and I did not. So I have corrected that. I had someone that reached out to me and asked me about it. I have corrected that. And then I've tried to go through the orders and resend you the link for this, because what it was is the one that I put up was only printing one page. So I've tried to correct it all to everybody. Hopefully I did, but if you did not get an email, and make sure you look in your junk mail. If you didn't get an email from me about your digital that you purchased, please send me an email. Don't comment in the comments below, because that doesn't help me at all. I won't ever remember to look at it. Please just send me an email, and my email is also below. That way I can make sure that you get your copy. I apologize. Like I said, all this is new to me, so I'm not used to selling digitals like this, so I'm having to get used to. There's a lot more to selling them than there is to making them, believe me. You got to change the files into PDFs and QRTs and you got to change the files many different ways and make sure that you pick up all the pages, and then I have to make sure that I put out where people can just view it. I have to make sure that I put out the one that has my copyright emblem or my page on there, so that, you know, Tom, Dick, and Harry won't go over there and pick it up and then use it for theirs. So it's a lot more to it than people think, I think. Now, let's see. Now, I'm not going to cover all the book page because I love that book page color, but I was just going to cover this and maybe this, and I might just decorate that up a little bit once I get it covered. Also, let me say this on this one. This one, I think I had accidentally put up the one that had my watermark on there. So if you got one that had the watermark on it, all you need to do is just email me and let me know, and I'll send you the correct one right out. There again, I apologize. I'm still learning. You guys got to be patient with me. I know how to make the digitals. Like I said, it's a lot more to uploading them and getting your little uploads right than it is to making them. I think I'll upload them and see if Betty will just ask Betty to list them for me. No, I'm kidding. I'll get the hang of it eventually. It's just taking me a little while. Now I'm going to use this one, and this is also in that same collection. This is the Blue Floral, and I'm going to let it go over just a little bit, and if I can, oh, sticky. Let's see. I'm going to let it go over just a little bit, and then we can fold it maybe. Fold it around. Look how crooked. What is wrong with me? And you got to be careful with these book pages because they're old and fragile. There we go. Okay. Now I was just going to fold this around a little bit. Not that you have to. It just makes it a little bit stronger. So let's go ahead and trim this off. Let's see, that'll be good. No, I'm going to trim it right at the edge. I'm just having to think about this as I go through. So this is my thought process when I'm making something new. But I had a bunch of these laying over in my stash, and I thought, I need to think of something to do with those, other than just use them to back your tags and things with. So I was thinking about these the other day, and I usually use my little coffee dyed pages for this, but I was thinking this, to me, would be a perfect thing to use it for. My arm is just a dinging. It's my kiddos. You hear it? Oh, me. my young'uns. I hadn't told Alicia that I shared the rooster story with you guys yet, so. Alright, I'm going to glue this down. And I'm just going to use some more glitter glue because this is going to be on the inside. Oh, these came in today. Also, the tag punches came in today. I've got the tag punches in. I haven't got that in yet. So if you were looking for one, make sure that you go over and grab it because they usually go really, really quick. Now I'm going to ink around mine because I don't know, I just like that look, as I tell you all the time. This is already very vintage and distressed, but I'm going to ink around it. And you can see right here, I tore it a little bit and all of my fumbling with it. So I guess you know what we're going to use to cover that with. We're just going to use a piece of our clear washi that has the writing on there to cover that up with, and it should be fine. So this is very strong. Plus I think I'm going to like the look of it there anyway. Put it right there on the edge. And there we go. So you could run it a piece of washi all the way down if you wanted. I don't want to do that, but you know, you could, or when the person gets it, if it does tear anymore or has any kind of problems, they can always reinforce it with washi or material or another piece of paper, just whatever you might come up with. I just kind of like that. So this is basically all this is going to be journaling spaces. And that's going to be the outside look of it. We will take one of the little Tim Holtz paper clips. And we'll clip it here and down at the bottom. We don't want to glue it together because if you glue it, then you're not going to be able to open it up. Then this will be a little pocket. Let me find something I can tuck in there. That will be a little pocket there. Then you take your little tags or whatever out, open it up, and then you've got journaling space here, or you could put more pockets or whatever there. Journaling space here, and you've got an old vintage book page. So I like that. And we're going to decorate a little bit more on this. I just sold my Old Faithful, my Tahoe. I didn't need 3 vehicles sitting out here, so decided to keep the truck. I'm keeping Whit's truck and the Traverse, my newest one, and then I've had a Tahoe for 2001 is when we bought it, so it's many, many, many years old. So I decided to go ahead and sell that. And thankfully, it went to a good home, a home that of people that we know. So I was happy about that it was somebody that we knew that purchased it and not, you know, somebody I had no clue but I know these people and I've been knowing them since they were kids. And they have triplets, so they needed a bigger vehicle. I said, oh my goodness, yeah, with triplets, you definitely need a bigger vehicle. So I was excited that they got to get it, and they'll be able to use it, get some more good out of it. It's been a wonderful vehicle. If I could afford another one, I would buy another Tahoe. But they are quite expensive. I'm just looking through some of my stash here to see what I might put on here. Just little pieces that I've already had cut out. And I'm thinking about that piece right there and just kind of let it hang over a little bit. I don't know. Or maybe just bring it back here. So since I don't want to cover up my lace, I think I'm going to use this little piece, and this came from Temu, and I do have another video that I've got to get uploaded for you guys, showing you what I got, the latest items that I got. If I can get the backing off. Okay, that was very difficult. That backing is stuck. It did not want to come off. And I'm just going to put this down here. And then you can still see the lace through it. We got our little butterflies there. And then on the inside here, I may put another piece of something. I think I might trim this down a little bit more and put that piece of ephemera there. And we can let this be another little pocket. And this is just an old vintage piece of ephemera, or a copy of it, of a vintage piece anyway. Yeah, I like that much better with it trimmed down. And I'm going to use my little corner punch to just tape those sharp corners off of that. And then we just need a little tiny pull up here at the top to show that this is a little pocket. There we go. Okay, I'm going to glue that right there, I do believe. There we go. And I don't think I'm going to do anything else to it except I might put a little tab here. Let's see what that one would look like. I don't mind that one. I don't know where I got this one. This is not one of mine. But it goes with this, so we're going to use it. I think I'm going to trim the bottom off just a little bit because I don't want it quite that top. That works. Somebody going down the road with a loud motor. And I am way off the road. I'm way up on a hill off the road. But sometimes it seems like those cars are coming right up the driveway. They're so loud. Alright, we will put that right there. I don't know why the sound travels so well up to the house, but it does. Oh, I like that. Yes, I like that. And now let's see, we want to put our little clips on there because I don't think I'm going to put anything else on the inside. Little clips back on there, and then all of this little ephemera that you have here, you can just tuck that in. That can be little pieces that you send with the journal. Of course, we can make a tag to go in that other one there, but I just wanted to show you that you can put lots of little pieces of ephemera down through there. This one's not trimmed, but we'll just stick it in there. And these clips hold it down well enough that you don't have to worry about your ephemera falling out. So I'm going to lay this one aside, and we'll make another one using a different page. I like that. And then that would just glue down here, like here, here, and here. And what I would do is glue around my paper clips. I wouldn't glue where they are. I would decide where I want to have them. And then when I put my glue, which on the top you won't glue, but when I put my glue down here, I would just glue around it and not glue it. Because if you glue it across it, you're not going to be able to take it off. And then that would just go on a journal page. And let's do it this way. Like that. Then you can make a tall pocket or a tall tag to go in the back. So let's make another one. That was fun. I like that. Now you can use just regular pages, your digitals, to make these out of, or scrapbook paper, whatever, anything that's thin enough. If you want to do that, you don't have to use these pages, but I had so many of them, I decided that I would use them. Now let's see, did I say put the writing to the outside or the inside? The outside. So we're going to go ahead and fold a piece over, and that's just going to be a reinforcement there. And this is a very old piece of music page. Okay, so pull that down, and see that one did crack right here, this little place. But I'm just going to put that down and glue it, and it will be fine. Don't worry about that kind of thing. Now this is not glue, that's just some of that extra added little pieces of paper there. And I'm going to leave them, I like them. So, alright, we're going to fold from this end. Let's see, I think we could fold this one up a little bit more maybe. Let's fold it there. And then fold it again there. And then we'll fold this little piece over. So all you need to do is make sure that this piece is shorter than here. Cool. Uh-oh. I think I am going to have to cut that off too. It is a little bit of a glue glob right there. So let's just cut that off. Now we need to put, you can put a little paper here, or you can just leave it. I mean, that's pretty like it is. But I want to put a little paper at least here because I want this to be distinguishable, that this is a little tuck, and that's where you open it. So let's grab another piece of paper, and it can be any paper. Doesn't have to be my paper. It can be whatever paper you've got. I think I'll use one of these that I've already started with, and that way I won't have to cut into another one. Even though I can print them again. I still don't want to cut them up. I'm so awful. Now I'm just using that to keep my glue off of that other side, and then I am going to let it go over a little bit. Hopefully I put that one on a little straighter. Whoa, I did. I may learn how to do this by the time the video's over, do you think? So I have gone ahead and trimmed the outside edge of this off, and I'm just going to glue this down. Just gives it more strength there. Well, that doesn't want to fold. What's the deal, loose wheel? What is the deal? Okay, it should not be that hard to fold that over. I don't know why it was so hard for me to fold it over. Oh, me. One of those days. So how are you guys out there doing? Is everybody doing okay? I hope so. Saw my friend yesterday. I think I was telling y'all on the video. She came by. I haven't seen her in a little while, and I was beginning to wonder about her. Because she normally comes by here about once a week. Because she likes to go through all my stuff and shop and that kind of thing. So we usually see each other about once a week. And she came by yesterday, and I said, "What in the world, girl? You hadn't been here in a while." And she showed me her neck, and she had had surgery. So that's why she hadn't been here in a while. I said, "You should have called me." She said, "No, we didn't tell anybody. I found out on Friday and went Monday and had it done and got it over with." And I said, "Well, you should have told me anyway." But she's good. She just had to have some thyroid surgery. Right. I am going to try to center that as best I can, if I can, because this is sticking so quick. Because I don't have, this page is not quite long enough, but that's okay because I don't mind some of that book page showing, or that music page. So that's going to be okie dokie with me. So for all who are concerned that have sent me messages, I did get my grass mowed. My neighbor, my sweet neighbor, he came over and mowed it, and he said there was still spots that were real wet, so I couldn't mow those, so I may have to mow again. And I said, you don't worry about it. You got the worst part, and that's good with me. And I got my radiator ordered, so, and I got a friend that's already volunteered to put it on for me, so we're setting good, I think. I said, you know, I would watch a YouTube video and get out there and try, but I don't know what kind of mess I would make out of it. He said, no, let's don't do that. He said, just let me do it. Oh, I like that that book page is showing right there. That's cool. Okay, so that's going to fold over like that. And I just used a scrap piece of paper that I had that had a little bit of that blue color in there. I kind of like that offset there. This is going to glue down, so that doesn't need to be covered. You know me and my doilies. So I think on the outside here, I might put a little doily or a little piece of doily. Anyway, ooh, I like that one. We might just put a piece like that. Now I'm going to ink it up just a little bit more. I've already inked it, but I want to ink just a little bit more on it. And then I'm going to cut this little piece off, and what will happen is we'll save that little piece back, and it can go on another piece somewhere. Yeah, let's do it right there. Whoops, throwing things around. I'm going to use my glue stick. It just seems to put doilies down a little bit better. Now I got a little bit too much glue right here, so I'm just going to wipe it off real easy. I don't want to mess up my paper. And if I still feel like it's sticky after a while, I'll just take my little powder tool and put on there, and it'll take that stickiness right away. Right, so that's good with that. And then I think I'll put one of these little blue flowers on there. Let's see if we've got one that's taller. I don't know if I do or not. Oh, I kind of like that one. I think we'll use that one. And those are, let's see, those are some that I think we still have some of those for sale. I believe. I can't see the shelf from here, but I believe we do. And they're the little stickers. I think we still have blue and maybe pink. I'm not sure. You just have to go in there and look. Okay. Now that flower I'm just going to wrap it like that. Take my little bone folder and press it down real well. And then it just looks like it was already in that page, doesn't it? And then of course you know what I have to have down there. My little flower doesn't need to float away. So we're going to put just a tiny little piece of washi. And I'm actually going to tear it in two. And I'll probably just put that little piece across there. We may just go ahead and put this little piece up here somewhere. There we go. Then, let's see. I think I want a little label or something right there. See if we got a little label. We're going to need one that's a little bit small. Let's try that one. I like that font on there. I think it would look weird that way, but I'm going to turn it at an angle and put it like that. And I'm just going to use some of my ink on the edges there. We'll put it like that. I'm going to let it touch that washi. Yeah, I like that. And then in here, do we want to put another little pocket right here? We could. See what that would look like. No, I don't mind that. I think I'd like this one better though. I'm going to cut one of these out. These are the tags that go with the pocket and tag add-on to that. Let's see. I'm going to cut the top off. I know you're cringing, aren't you? No, I'm not. I'm going to fold it. I'm not going to cut it off. I'm going to fold it. I'll fold the top over. Let's see if we can, if I left enough on that to fold it, maybe. Don't know. Probably not. Yeah, it'll be alright. And then we'll fold a little bit of that bottom up. I don't know what this is going to look like when I finish. Oh, I don't mind that. Okay. So I'm going to open it back up. And I'm going to cut these corners off. I'm going to trim some of that off because I don't need all of that folded around. Cut that corner off. That corner off. And that corner off. And then I'm just going to fold that down and glue it. This is turning a tag into a pocket. So that's going to be glued right there. And then these little pieces. First off, we're going to burnish them real well. Yeah. And then that's going to go down right there for a little pocket. And I'm going to punch just a tiny little pull in the top. There we go. And you could have just used a flat pocket, but I wanted this one to have a little bit of room so I could tuck some other things in there when I put it in the journal. This way it gives it just a little bit more room. There we go. And see now it expands just a little bit. Of course I can't pull it because I just glued it. But like if you had a couple of tags that you wanted to put in there, you could. You've got that full expanse of that pocket. There's one that's already backed. We could tuck that in there. I would cover that little heart with something, but we could tuck that one in. Okay, I just grabbed a little piece of that tissue paper that I was working with yesterday, what we made, and I'm going to use it. I just want to break this bottom part up just a little bit. Then I'm going to put something else there. And I think I'll just come in with that little stamp right there. And that is also from Temu. We got that in the first little haul that we made from them. I love these. I had to go back and get more, you know that. See, that is that. And then this will, I'm going to go ahead and trim these little flower edges off because they're not wanting to stay tucked around there. There we go. And then we can decorate our tag up. I won't do it right this minute, but we can decorate it up and that tag will be nice in there. And I'll put probably a little string in it. And then you could tuck even another taller tag in behind it if you wanted to. Let's go ahead and put our little clips on. You could also use the Tim Holtz little tiny, I don't even know what they're called. They're little tiny bulldog clips. You could use those as well if you didn't want to use the paper clips. Or you could use any kind of clip that you have. Now we'll go ahead and, let's see. No, I wasn't going to put a pull on this one, I don't think. I'm going to go ahead and tuck some things in here. Let's see. There we go. Put this little piece in the middle. So there is our little side tuck pocket. I like that. I do want a number right there. I just happen to see that. I'm just going to grab one of Tina's numbers here. And I'm just going to go with the beige one and the number 8. And I'll just let it come over that flower a little bit. Whoops, I need to turn that. I've got that one pointing up. I need to point that one in the opposite direction. There we go. So that one is ready to go in a journal. And it would go in there just exactly like this other one would. And now we can put a few little things in this one. Just tuck some things under. Let's use this blue piece. Cute. I like that. I like those. And I think I might go back and put a little eyelet in right there. You could even hang a charm from it. I think I might go back and do that. Go back and put a little eyelet in right there, and I'll get some of my bulb clips and hang a little charm from that. But I think they're super cute. And then on the inside you have all kinds of room to write. And when, of course, when you take these off, you'll have your little pieces of ephemera here. But those pieces can be used by the recipient or just put back in. But then you have all of this room to write. So I think that is neat. And an old book page. Alright guys, so that is it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll give it a try. And don't forget, if you did purchase any of our digitals and you had problems with them, please email me and I will be happy to send you the direct link so that you can make sure that you get your downloads. We will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.